I think this has been a thrilling announcement when it comes to Zebec, because Zebec not too long ago just announced how the Zebec Super App is live on desktop, and they say that it's soon going mobile. Now, nothing I say is financial advice, but the reason why I think it's thrilling overall, beyond that accomplishment, is because they're actually doing that, right? I mean, a lot of people thought that Zebec wasn't going to do that, but they're actually doing it. So I think this has been, again, a thrilling accomplishment, a thrilling announcement, whatever the case may be. I just think it's wonderful, amazing, and fantastic overall. Now, people like to say, but ZBCN's around 50 times lower than 10 cents. Well, yeah, okay, that is true, but fundamentally, aren't they still doing something? Aren't they fundamentally becoming better? So if I can dollar cost average into a project that I feel like is fundamentally improving, yet it's around 50 times lower than 25 cents, and actually over 2 times lower in terms of market cap when compared to where it once was just back in 2025, would I complain? The answer is no, because I'm dollar cost averaging at a lower point, in which that's what I prefer anyways, even though I'm not telling anyone to do anything. However, when I take a look at it, why is the super app so important anyways? People like to ask me that sometimes. Well, it's because it's a way to kind of consolidate basically a lot of the aspects when it comes to Zebec into one place, basically, again, the super app. And it just makes things more convenient, right? Because Zebec has many aspects that it's focused on, like the cards and all this. We take a look at also, it's focused on payrolls and whatnot. So again, when it comes to that right there, again, the super app, it's just a way to kind of make things more simple, more kind of minimalistic, and just more convenient overall. So they don't have to use something separate for this and then something separate for that. Again, it's just more so a cohesive thing. That's the way I view it when it comes to the super app. Is it going to do much right now to the price of ZBCN? No, in my opinion, probably not. But it could matter later. That's the way to take a look at it. It could hypothetically matter later on if the sentiment were to change, if let's say there is, more attention when it comes to Zebec. So they're doing things preemptively for later, in my opinion. It may not showcase it as of right now, but it could showcase it later. So I do like seeing that, and ultimately, my kind of perspective is that the fundamentals are there, the pieces are in place. It's just lacking a hypothetical altcoin season. So some of their projects out there, arguably I would say, don't have the fundamentals, don't have all the keys in place, basically. So if let's say that wave, or should I say the hypothetical altcoin season maybe were to come later, they're underprepared. But when it comes to Zebec, they're already prepared, right? They're already having an aspect of ISO 20022, and they already did the super app. Now, this is all just hypothetically my opinion, but that's the way I take a look at it. I mean, even though I think they're prepared, we'll wait and see later, but it just gives me that vibe that it feels a little bit more prepared. So I do like what I'm seeing overall when it comes to Zebec. I mean, is Zebec ever going to become number one within its own niche? No way. That spot belongs to Ripple. Number two belongs to Stellar. Zebec's not, going to overtake that. No way, right? But, number three, maybe, who knows? It could be up for grabs because XDC, the market cap, sure, it's around like 600 million or whatever, but it's not like it's that far off ZBCN's around 200 million. It's not like it's that far off again. ZBCN's around 3 times lower than that. Like, is that so far off? And again, if it was said over, let's just say a year ago, right? If someone said, oh, you know what, one day ZBCN's going to have a market cap that's only around 3 times lower than XDC, a lot of people would have probably not believed that, right? They'd be like, what is Zebec even? Like, who cares about that? But now that seems to hypothetically be the case. So Zebec has been able to insert itself, right, within the top 5 in terms of the global trade and finance niche within this space. It's been able to do that, and it's as a result of the rally that we saw in 2025. Granted, there's been a pullback, but still, because of that initial rally and that pullback, even though, again, it still had a pullback, it hasn't gone down to a point where it's become irrelevant, and it's been able to maintain that around 200 million market cap, which automatically, as of right now, I think makes it the number 4 project within this niche of global trade and finance within this space, in which case Ripple's number 1, Stellar's number 2, number 3 is XDC, and number 4 is Zebec, and number 5 is Onyx. Number 6 or number 7 is like XPR or Swiftcoin, but again, that's just besides the point though. Zebec, I think, has been able to accomplish an okay thing despite having not seen an altcoin season during this cycle, so I'm still a fan. Now, ultimately, though, 10 cents, I mean, sure, we're around 50 times lower than that, but if we think about a top 4 project, which Zebec actually is, well, it's also top 5, but because it's number 4, inherently it makes it also top 4, right? But besides that, if it could maintain that top 4 position within this space, within global trading finance, heading into a hypothetical altcoin season, and if, let's say, the attention from Ripple starts trickling down to Stellar, to XDC, and maybe to something like Zebec, what happens? Would 10 cents be so ridiculous? Would a market cap of around 9.8 billion seem so ridiculous at that point? I don't know if that hypothetically does, because it doesn't seem that way to me. And again, 9.8 billion is a market cap that it would have at the hypothetical idea of 10 cents, considering the current circulating supply of ZBCN. So again, if Zebec could just maintain its current positioning within this niche, maintain, right? I'm not saying do better, I'm not saying do worse, just maintain. We're going to Sizzler. That's the way you take a look at it. Time to go to Marie Callender's. A pretty okay restaurant, in my opinion. I actually do like that. You know, that's the way you take a look at it if, let's say, there was even if a hypothetical altcoin season. But we'll wait and see. And that's also considering if, you know, the tension starts trickling down from like Ripple to Stellar, XDC, and so on, right? But I'm saying, we'll wait and see. This is a time will tell type of scenario only, in my opinion. I mean, beyond that, I can't really do anything else. But if I take a look at Zebec, pretty impressive considering how, you know, they're actually doing things like, again, doing the super app, which is live on desktop, and then it's soon going to be on mobile. So I just think it's pretty cool overall. And, you know, no wonder, right? Something like Circle, the creator of USDC, backs Zebec. No wonder something like Solana Ventures backs Zebec. At least that's the way you take a look at it, because I think they probably saw something in the team when it comes to Zebec. Like in terms of, are they, you know, operators, right? Are they the ones that could actually try to deliver things and actually make things? And seemingly so far, I've seen that, you know, with ISO 20022 compliance. That was a major accomplishment. Also now this. So I think it's pretty cool overall. We'll wait and see what happens to Zebec moving forward, but I do like what I'm seeing so far. So I want to stay patient, hold, and wait. That's about it, but I can't really do anything else beyond that, but I'll be waiting. That's my mindset as of right now. So I want to say thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you all on the next one, because I'm going to be making more updated videos when it comes to Zebec. So hopefully y'all stay tuned for that. And of course, I'm also going to be making an updated video if they do eventually launch the mobile version of the super app. So yeah, we'll wait and see when that happens. You know, they say it's soon, so we'll see. But I'll be making an updated video when it comes to that. So again, it's Winley the Captain, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. I'm out. Peace. Bye.